Everybody, and welcome back to SilverRun Forest and our Platinum expansion gameplay. We're going to be doing a true winter harvest here today. The wheat we planted is ready to go, and it's January. What is wrong with the world? Waylon, hello, sir. How you doing this afternoon? This morning, this evening, wherever you are. Starting out cutting some trees down because, well, we need to fire up some production. Some of our new sawmills are running low on logs. Our paper mill is completely out of logs. And I thought for fun, let's cut some 6-meter long logs and see how they load up with the autoload trailer. We should get 2 stacks of 6, I think. And all of those lodgepole pines that we planted up on the hillside are ready to cut. They're all 100% max height. We should be able to get lots and lots of good timber out of there fairly quick. Zach, what is up? Farmer G, how you doing, sir? Zach, congratulations on catching a stream. I know we have audiences from all around the globe. That's why I like to try to do, for me, mid-afternoon streams on the weekend when possible. It catches a different audience group, typically. Then can join in my normal evening hours. I need to, extend out. There we go. How you doing, Bruce? Welcome. I'm thinking about putting down a flour mill and putting down a bakery. SilverRun Forest, poor town, doesn't have a local baker. I think we need to solve that dilemma. Oh, Big G. I don't know. Is that a joke or is that something for real? Because I don't remember a Big G. I'm curious on you all. How do you all like to cut your wood? Do you like to cut it kind of in semi-organized piles, or do you just haphazard, slice and dice, let things fall, and then clean it up later? Ronnie, what's up? guess you can tell I try to organize things a little bit. Jacer's coming in. I don't know if you all were able to check the live stream out last night, but we had quite the issue with our yarders up on the hill by the old sawmill. We dumped a whole lot of logs in the log pond. We're not gonna have to worry about that for a while. I did reposition both yarders earlier today, so we can continue to clear that whole area up. Beside the old sawmill, we can have 2 cutting crews, and we can have 2 logging crews running the yarders, dumping more logs in the log pond. We also planted some of these, what are ponderosa pines? Up on the hillside. I think that's what we see growing up over there now. They'll make a nice, nice re-logging that hill. Why, yes. To check and see if your field needs a need plow state, you need to be here on the global menu option. And then under filters, just toggle over here to plowed. Or if you just go to the field itself, it'll tell you if it needs plowed or not. And the little info screen down at the lower right, it'll say needs plowed or not. See Jason voice chat.
Flipping
hello
down this hillside.
Uh-oh, hold on.
Better?
Ah, yes, better on my end. I just muted you in game.
Okay.
I don't know where you're at. Are you up by the old sawmill?
Yes, very generally.
I moved the yarders.
Okay.
I put one of them over where you were cutting. I don't know if you see it. And then I put one kind of at another angle off to the side. But I was looking after the stream. We did a heck of a cut there.
Yes.
There was a nice wide cut way back from the sawmill. I'm gonna take the audience up there once the fog of war lifts on the stream. And we're gonna do a true winter harvest. I don't know if you saw the thumbnail.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's January and our wheat is ready. Release thine tree from thy grasp, so I may cut thee. So the plow, if you plow your ground, you won't have any weeds grow between now and harvest. And so that's the advantage of plowing your ground. Plus you do get a little bit of a yield bonus if the particular crop needs plowing. Typically the only crops that need plowing after harvest are your root crops. Hello everybody, welcome back to SilverRun Forest. We are working here. Back at our original section that we've been at for, I guess, the entire time that we've been playing SilverRun Forest on the multiplayer server. I'm clearing some trees down here by the log road. And we're gonna come through with our log truck in a little bit and load them up. We were talking with YS earlier about plowing and cultivating. So plows will remove weeds, so weeds will not grow anymore. They will also give you a yield bonus if the field needs plowing. Not every crop needs plowing after harvest. The root crops do, so potatoes, sugar beets, in addition to sugarcane and corn, all can use plowing after harvest. When you are starting on a map, typically you may find some fields need plowing. And if you do plow the field, then you will get a little bit of a yield bonus if there is a need plow state. It's not so much a bad decision. It's just, you don't necessarily need to plow every field every time. There we go. What do you mean the hardest season? I mean, typically if you're playing with seasons enabled, you're going to be playing with all the seasons. Let's cut a few more trees down here. Then we'll go up, check out, see what Jacer's doing. And check out our fruits of our labor from yesterday. Our last night. And then we'll get on with our winter wheat. It's kind of funny when you cut a tree, all the snow on the tree vanishes, and then the stump gets snow covered on it. I kind of think about the tree losing its snow, like, you know, you've jarred it and you've shaken all the snow off of it, but I can't come up with a good storyline as to why the stump's suddenly covered with snow. So you can turn seasonal cycles off, which is what we have on this server.
I don't know about a storyline, but it certainly makes it harder to find the stump to de-stump.
Indeed. Indeed. Especially when you try to cut them low anyway. If you turn seasonal cycles off, then you don't have to worry about when to plant what during the season. Optimus, we are in. It is January. We're cutting stuff down. All the ponderosa pines, or not ponderosa, the lodgepole, not long pole, the lodgepole pines that I planted a while back, they are at full growth now. And we did a lot of work up at the old sawmill, dumping a lot of logs up there. In FS19 it was a mod also, although let's not confuse the seasons mod from FS17 and 19 with the seasonal cycles feature of 22. Okay, they are similar, and the fact that they emulate seasons, but they are not the same in execution. So I think some players early on were trying to make that association. Oh man, I cut him at 6, not 9. So they are two very different things. Will, welcome. If you're new to FS22, I do have several videos in a how-to playlist that might be worth checking out. All right, there we go. Pull this thing back up. Shut her down. And let's jump up here to the sawmill. See what type of fun time action we've made here. So last night we were dumping logs like the dickens into the sawmill, keeping this log pond full, and we were basically clearing this whole swath. This tree remains because this was our anchor point for a yarder. Then I had another yarder set up back here, and it was up here on this hillside. So we basically cleared, other than that one tree, we basically cleared this whole wide swath all the way down to the sawmill. And now we've got a yarder set up crisscross, going over this way. That's where Jacer's working at now. To that tree. Then I've got another yarder set up over here to anchor to this tree. So we can clear another swath this way. Scooter, what's up, sir? What is up? Now, let's try to figure out where we can put a flour mill. And a, and I like this. Look at it. This moss-covered trees. Where are we going to put a flour mill and a bakery? Oh, what's the map? This map is SilverRun Forest, part of the Platinum expansion for Farming Simulator Double Deuce. There's still collectibles I need to find. There's a frog around here somewhere. I don't know where it is. Alright, I want to put a bakery somewhere around town. So let's see, buyable lands. Is it... Oh, we can't buy anything. That's awful. Oh, we can... Oh, what's that? What is that? Where are we at here? This is buyable. Where am I at? No. Okay. This is buyable. Okay. So if we buy this and... Oh, we'll go there. Can you join the server? Why, yes, actually you can. First off, you have to be on PC, because we do have some script-based mods in. Second off, you will need to... Oh, look at that. Ooh, that's nice. Or I could put the bakery in there. Right. First off, you will need to be on PC, and second... Oh, here. This will be perfect. Second, you'll need to join the Discord. Explanation Discord. And then once you join the Discord, you'll need to... Oh, this is not a good spot for the bakery, is it? I mean, we can pretend that we're not going to have flooding. We can put the bakery right here. Then there are some mods you'll need to download. We want a bakery. Let's go back here to town. There is Frosty Pack. So in the Discord, there is a SilverRun Forest channel, and pinned in that channel will be information on the mod links. We need to put this down before we go and okay. Level. Let's paint asphalt. In here. And we'll put down our bakery. Like that. And let's see our grass? Yeah. Put grass back in. Then we'll paint some grass in. And it'll be like there should have been a bakery here all along. Which I was thinking earlier when I was thinking about doing this. I was thinking, you know, it would have been nice if Giants intermixed the traditional FS production with the new production in town. So there wasn't all just new production. That we actually, you know, had kind of a mix going on. There we go. Yeah.
And there's a new phrase we use up here on the mountain. Well, it's actually an old phrase.
For the
It's when you
bakery.
come across a problem and you walk up to your coworker and you say, "I've got a stump to grind with you."
Oh, that's a good one. That's worthy of a... Oh, my sound effects are broken. Well, we have a new baker in town right behind the roller coaster. But we're going to need to clear out a little bit of land before we can put down the flour mill. All right, let's get to... clearing out the land. Adios, trees. Bellhawk, what are you doing, sir? How's it going? All that information is pinned in the channel. As far as server name, all info is, like I said, pinned there. That should be enough trees. Right. That should be enough for the mill. Come on. Good afternoon, Hellhawk. How you doing, sir? now we're gonna have to find. Where is it? No. 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 Ah, that's gonna be useful later. That's what I wanted.
What are you looking for? Oh, that? I was just trying to find a low loader, and it was going to bring that print off Raptor down to you.
Oh. This or I just cut all the trees down.
Okay. So when you locate a piece of equipment, you get the green beam if you're in the game. But when I look at the escape map, as I call it, the overall map, it used to be that it would flash or you get a dot or something.
Yeah, I noticed I didn't see that on the server. I don't know if it's a server thing or if it's something else.
Thought I was being goofy, but no, thank you.
Now I want to cut these two. Oops. Well, I guess that's what I'm going to cut them to. Nathan, I've not had tree flickering issues. I have heard some folks say that if you experience that, maybe you want to try to lower your resolution, not your resolution, but your game display settings. Go. The safety light and hazard light, I think, relates to if there is someone in the let me see. So that is that flashes if the machine is on, whereas the one on the left flashes is just your normal hazard. Frosty, basically make the search parameters as open as possible. I think that'll work. Let me just do a little space check for the flour mill. Now I have to clear out stumps. We'll have to flatten the ground there. Black Stain, what's up?
De-stumping device. About ready to load it on flatbed.
Oh, okay. That'll work perfectly. We just have that one tree to get rid of. Rusty Star, can you do voice chat? We have a Discord channel. Voice chat set up. Get that over here. I am doing well, yes. And let's paint this. That will help me find all the stumps, no doubt. Oh yeah. What is this, a tree? Oh, it's a top. Or a small pickup. Pick up the small tree. Move it over here. There we go. Alright, we'll get this out of the way. Just saying in chat, I thought, I was thinking earlier about if I put down a flour mill to do the flour, to do the bakery, it would have been nice if Giants kind of incorporated the original production elements in town with the new production elements too. Yeah, so I don't have to put down a bakery, there would already have been one. Legion, welcome. Welcome. How you doing, sir? tree over here. So I want to grind it. Once my grinding machine shows up. While we're waiting. Oh, it's all right. It's all good. Oh, look at that fancy machine.
I don't see where you're at.
I'm riding a roller coaster. But yeah, you just passed the building plot for the flour mill. I'm still trying to get my 15 rides, so I have superpowers. Uh-oh. Oh, I get a little dizzy. Haha, that's funny. That's funny. So, while everybody else is paused, the roller coaster keeps running during a sync. Must be, it's a canned animation. Yeah, it's not permanent superpowers, it's just the same, it's the game save. So for as long as we're playing on this particular game save, we'll have superpowers. Oh, that's interesting bug here. Don't be stuck on the roller coaster during a sync, because now you're stuck. Can't do anything. Can't do anything. All right, Frosty. That's fine. Nope. Wouldn't do anything. So, yeah, that was an interesting oops-a-daisy. Tab didn't work. Escape wouldn't bring up. The only thing I could bring up was the dev console. Now we have to wait for the host to decide that I am actually not there.
Okay, so I probably need to log out as well then?
No, you should be good. Are you good?
No, not really.
No?
when you left the server, my machine stopped in the middle of the street. I can get in and out of it, but I can't go forward or back or do anything else.
Oh.
So I guess I'll hop out. Maybe that'll help it reset.
Or maybe I just bounce it.
Do that too.
All right, it's been bounced. Booting back up. This is the first time we run into an issue. I think it was completely a result of sinking while on the roller coaster. I mean, the sync times are back for this map, but other than that, the iron furnace doesn't produce that bad. As long as you keep it full. If you keep it full, you're good. It's producing iron rolls as fast as the barrel factory can consume them, and much more. Loading in the objects. So, I mean, like, with respect to how are you trying to fill it? Because, I mean, I'm making like $100,000 a day off of iron rolls. And that's keeping the other one up and running. So, let's see how much time we lost. It should be saving every 15 minutes, so. How's everybody's weekend been? Those of you in the U.S., you're coming off of your Thanksgiving weekend, or are you going to go back to work? I got to go back to work tomorrow after 4.5 days off. I'm not super excited about that. Has it GPS? What? We don't have GPS turned on the map now. Andrew, that has always been the case. Logging's always been more profitable than farming in a farm sim. Oh, okay. All right, it's up. I'm in.
Yeah, I just gotta go figure out where I was at.
No. There is no digging in Farm Sim. Not without the, what is it, Terraform mod? For PC. That's right, Joda. Bills do not magically pay for themselves. Right? We have to sit around and do our jobs. There we go. Let's move these closer and then we'll paint the ground again. Frosty, I mean, if you want to start harvesting, that's cool. We gotta get the harvest rolling. We should have the flour mill ready by the time that trailer is full. That. Can I pick this one up too? Nice. Evil Ridge, what is up? In fact, you know what? You know what we haven't done yet? This video is brought to you by Viking Hammer 73 and Chief Armable 23. Thank you for being farm barons. There we go. Oh, we can't move that. Okay. So there's 3 things we can't move. You know what? I got a winch over here. I'll just winch him out of the way. There you go, Frosty. Altoona Gaming, welcome. Give me a rope, and I will pull trees all day. What is the... There we go. What's the detached Y? Let's see. Let me magically paint the ground asphalt, and then you'll be able to see where things are.
Much better.
It's only a little concerning when, you know, the ground changes in front of you. Rope. Rope. Get that done. Deal up. Come on. There we go. I don't know, where are you at? Let's see here, flatten. Level. Level that ground.
Is that all of them?
There weren't a whole lot of them.
You know, that's what happens when you lay asphalt in the winter. You know, it all of a sudden develops a few holes. Oh, I love these tracks. Can you see them still sitting in the air?
Probably. Yeah.
Oopsies. Yeah, that's more magic from laying asphalt in the winter. You know, everything just freezes in place. All right.
And then the construction crew comes in and plops the building down. Uh-oh. Oops. Oops. That's a mistake. Move. Move, move. Oh, that's good enough. There we go. Finally! Finally, we're harvesting. Look at
Look both ways before pushing logs across the road.
that worked out nice. Doesn't look too out of place. I could make it pretty a little better, but speed, man, speed. Frosty, where are you at up there? Are you up at the old sawmill? Are you over? Oh, you're over on that hillside? Yeah, you can cut all the trees there if you want. Field 24. You mean land 24? We're trying to clear out 25. We want to clear out 25. There should be plenty on 25 still. An interesting factoid. I can't leave a windrow if snow's on the ground. Jeremy, that's great to hear. Of course, you could plant trees too, Frosty. That's cool. Jeremy, thank you for becoming a farmhand 2 months ago. Congratulations on your farmhand membership for 2 months. I thought we'd do a little farming, man. Why not farm on a forestry map? We got so much going on. When I loaded in, I thought the wheat was withered. But I'm like, wait, we have withering's turned off. How can I have withered wheat? It's just frosted wheat. Frosted mini wheat. Oh. That's how Kellogg does it. They make their wheat in winter. It becomes frosted. I do sound effects, but my sound effects are apparently broken. I didn't know that. Now this is the flat area that you start out by owning at the start of the map. We cleared it of trees and made a field out of it. Got rid of the rocks. Canadian Berserker, if you disable the seasonal cycles, if you disable the seasonal calendar, then by de facto, withering is disabled. So withering is a part of the seasonal growth. So it used to be you could turn withering on and off, right? But now, in order to turn withering off, where is it? I don't have it in multiplayer here, but you turn off seasonal growth, the growth calendar. And when the growth calendar is turned off, you don't have withering. There's no crop loss as a result of when you harvest because we've disabled seasonal growth. And when you disable seasonal growth, the season changes are visual only. They do not affect the crop growth at all. Aaron, I've never had that happen, but from what I understand, it can happen, I guess, if your system is kind of right at the limit. And one of the suggestions is to try to lower your graphics settings slightly. Maybe if you're running on a, let's say you're running very high, maybe knock it down to high and see if that does anything. Knock it down to medium and see if that helps, and then work your way back up. is it seriously that I filled that trailer 50%? So one full harvester trailer or load is half of that trailer. That's some good math there.
Yeah, they did a good job.
Super Buffo, it's okay. It's all good. No biggie. No biggie. It can't be available all the time. We got Jacer on. We got Frosty on. He's cool. Frosty is cool. He's one frosty guy. We're harvesting winter wheat in January. It's great. Yeah, when I tried to leave a windrow, nothing happened. So I kind of got worried that if I drive this harvester, if I kept it up and I drive this harvester over like something that doesn't have snow on it, it might dump the whole field through the straw. J.R. Russell, are you on PC or console? We do have some PC only mods enabled. What resolution do you play at, Aaron, and what's your graphic settings? Carrie, what's up? I have stopped 17 times to unclog this feeder. It is almost not worth it. How did you know that, Carrie? How did you know that? Andrew, we're harvesting in the winter because we have seasonal growth turned off. But we have visual seasons still enabled. So it is January only visually, because we turned off seasonal growth. And I'm sure you know that we're going to take that to the new mill that we put down. Because why not?
How's that for looking like we know what we're doing? Just filling up the wagon right at the corner.
It's ironic how well things work out. As Raz used to say in 19 and maybe even 17 when I was doing live streams, I always seemed to end whatever I was doing right around the time I was done streaming. It was uncanny. It's if I knew exactly how long it was going to take to do something. I've seen fields of corn, I've seen fields of soybeans, and I'm thinking to myself, man, when are these guys going to come in here and get this stuff? Because, you know, and I don't know. Jeremy, this is multiplayer. It is not on console. This is on PC.
I better move my back end off railroad tracks, huh?
Yeah, unless you want a surprise, because that thing comes around. It doesn't sound its horn either. I think that's a violation of safety protocol. The farm sim, there should be a mod where the train sounds a horn when it gets close to crossings. That would be so awesome, because you could be just sitting here and be like, what's that? What's that? And then all of a sudden you realize that, oh crap, I better move. Schultz! Mod idea, get to work on it. I just commissioned Schultz to do that mod for free. He should have it hammered out next week. Oh, look. He's blaming Thanksgiving for the reason he can't make a train horn mod. When Thanksgiving ends, there's always tomorrow. That was a little ridiculous. There's a train. That was a bit ridiculous, for sure.
That engineer is going, darn it, I missed it.
Let's go here and where's our mill? Turn on our wheat, flour, and we're going to distribute that to where is our bakery activation on our bread. Oh, Lifelong Patriot says the Critters mod update includes a train horn in the background. We'll have to bring the Pinroth over here before we get rid of it, because I accidentally painted some grass on a field. The thing jumped when I was trying to paint it over there at the mill. Oh, YouTube and their notifications, you know how they are. Clearly they think you have something better to do. Right? Clearly they think you have something better to do. Well, Schultz, have yourself a good Thanksgiving. Maybe one day you'll have a spare moment to hammer out a train horn mod. You could always bill YouTube, send them an invoice for lost time. Yeah, say you worked too many hours because you didn't get your proper notification. Oh, Carrie, they have new pants for that. They have pants with elastic in them. So I'm sure all the ladies out Midwest are into the yoga pants too, right? I was I was looking at the latest Land's End catalog, I think. There's flannel lined yoga pants now. Because, you know, you can't be without yoga pants in the winter.
And of course, you're not doing any exercise in your pants, so you gotta stay warm.
Yeah.
Oops, I cut it too close. Woo.
Well, Captain
I
Kiwi,
tell you how rusty I was.
there
with
are
this 2 weeks ago.
there's lots
Sean
of places
said
that
we
have
trained on how to make cruise control work.
free.
Well, yeah, but you also have to do the 1 and 2 up down speed. I was
Yeah.
expecting it to be like in my car when when you first set it, it sets your current speed.
Oh well,
And
there's
of course it would, it was set to 32, and so I'm running alongside his combine, and all of a sudden, zoom, I'm off into the next field.
there's a mod for that. By our good buddy GTX. Vehicle speed sync, right? It's like shift 4 or something, and then it enables cruise control and engages it to the same speed of the vehicle beside you. If there's a quality of life mod, I bet you GTX made it. Of course they don't go to the gym, Captain Kiwi. They're wearing yoga pants. That's the next best thing. The act of wearing those pants is like you're in the gym all the time. So I was saying you don't have to have Thanksgiving. You can have an autumn harvest festival celebrating the autumn harvest. I mean, at the heart, that's what Thanksgiving is. I mean, it's the same. It's the same with guys in sweatpants, right? Usually the people that wear sweatpants all the time are the ones that probably don't go to the gym at all and could maybe benefit from the gym. So let me see while we're checking this out. So that's going. We need wood. Seriously, we need wood at that sawmill. We need wood at that sawmill. We need wood at that sawmill. That's good. That's okay. That's fine. That's more than fine. We need wood. We need lots of wood places. That sawmill we won't need wood for a long time. That's good. That's good. That's good. And that's good. Let's see what's on these other fields. Oh, yeah, what? Corn. And what is that? Sunflowers. Corn and sunflowers. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely have enough up there. We won't have to worry about that one for quite a long time. Yeah, vehicle speed syncing's awesome. So, if you're in single player, you can just run up the size your harvester that's a hired helper and just like shift 4 or something. And it'll sync to the harvester speed. So even if the harvester slows down because they're going up a hill, you slow down. Well, I'm glad you think that, Shane. Let me help you out. That way you won't ever have to watch me again. Oh. We didn't need to do that. Wrong person! Wrong person! Oops, sorry, Captain Kiwi. Name shifted on me.
One of the good things about crop destruction, you had missed a single stalk, and I just drove over it, so now nobody even knows they've got missed.
Oh, a little, you took care of that, did you? But then you mentioned it.
Well, of course. Luckily, you didn't have the camera on me about half of the evening last night when I was trying to figure out what I was doing.
Oh, it's okay. We were all figuring it out a week or two ago.
Well, it would have just been a good laugh for everybody. I wouldn't mind it.
Farming with Critter. Welcome. Who's the Critter?
Like you said, up is down, down is up, and one of the controls doesn't show in the little help screen on that. What is that great big cutter that we use now? Whatever it's called. The Beast.
The Hannibal.
Yeah. And so, yeah, it was. I looked goofy. I was wiggling a lot of trees, a lot more than they should. I wasn't wiggling them. I was jiggling them.
Yeah, then everyone's controls are different, and I think you got joysticks, so...
Yeah, I'm on controller, so that makes it even.
Oh, I have no idea what the controller mappings are.
So, well, apparently we need these giants, at least for that particular piece of equipment, because there's a couple of controls that don't even show up, so... Oh, well, it was fun. Now I got it.
Oh, Darren's harvesting on Raznik's slave labor farm.
Hey, Captain Q.
He's still here. Yeah. Raz has all these grand adventures with his hired helpers. Tonight we're going to be on American Truck Sim, driving the great roads of Texas once again, exploring more of that fabulous map. Yeah, I guess we probably need to wait till the snow melts before we try to do any field work. Rabbit Rob is here. Oh, Andy. I guess that's going to be this coming summer. There's no baseball right now. No baseball right now. Anybody pick anything up over the Black Friday specials? Any good sales going on? I found that the Farm Sim 22 Collector's Edition, available on PC, was on sale over at Amazon for $20 US. Pretty darn good price, if you ask me. I put a community post out about it with a link. Oh, there. Put in a new grain mill. And around the back, if you weren't here earlier, we put in a bakery back here by the boatyard. We'll go visit that in a minute. We don't see it. Oh, thank goodness. We nearly drove straight into the train. Yeah, baseball will be in full effect in May. Oh, you're going to Boston. I have to say, I've never been to Boston, but hope you enjoy it. I don't know what the weather will be like in Boston in May. It'd probably be a little cool. That'd be my guess. Oh, the classic raise the prices before the sale. All right, let's go over here and check it out. First, let's check out our boat production. Things are coming along quite well. We sold a boat last night at the end of the live stream. Silver Tack, how is the weather in May in Boston? So here we put in a bakery. We bought this whole strip. I had a mind to check in here because I thought, you know what? Maybe there was a collectible hidden inside this. I can't go underneath of it. All right, any rate. Let's go find our... Where is this? Oh, look what we did. Look what we did. To the old sawmill. Yeah, we did that yesterday. We shouldn't have to fill anything there for a while. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. I don't know how many collectibles we found. Let me get down here to where I'm going and we'll see if I can find out in the stats. It's probably 7 or 8. If that many. Oh, we've had more deforestation than that. I found one the other day. Yesterday we found it up on the hill behind the sawmill on top of a rock outcropping. It was a fox. While we're waiting on the train, let's see. I don't think we have the stats. Yeah, we don't have the collectible stats. In multiplayer. We could go down to the art museum, I guess, and see how many are down there. Oh. Tell you, the Volvo, I had the biggest problem with the Volvo and that railroad crossing. It just wants to jerk to the right. So we've got those trees. We'll be cutting those trees down at some point.
It wants to be the little engine that could.
We planted those trees a while ago. They're now like 34 meters, 38 meters or something. I think they're fully grown. Alright, here's some logs we were cutting down at the start of the stream. We cut them at 6 meters. I want to see how autoload would load them up. Because we've been doing 12-meter logs. Interesting how it decides where it wants to put them. And I guess that's about it. Oh, how so, Cape Cod? I haven't run into that. Or I haven't noticed it. Why, yes, I am in Virginia. Doug, this is the log trailer that came with the Platinum expansion. M9, we've not rolled the truck once. Thank you very much. Doug, it doesn't have auto load. Not unless you download the Universal Auto Load mod off of GitHub, where Loki added auto load functionality to all the Platinum expansion stuff. I thought the I had attributed the kind of jerky nature when driving to being a multiplayer thing. I hadn't used it outside of multiplayer. Well, Carrie, I had a little chat with them about that, and they saw their ways. And they accepted it. Daniel, sorry to hear that. But we need to get our sawmills back up and running. Doug, sorry, man. That's a tough place. That's a tough place to be. That's right. So what exactly is wrong with my logs? We had a little oops, and we accidentally started cutting 9-meter logs. I see a couple of logs that you chucked across the river over here. They stand out now.
Are those the ones that I launched?
I guess.
I don't even remember how I did that. But oh, well, no, the ones I would have launched were the little tree ends that I was trying to feed into a grinder, and I didn't know you had to do thick end first.
Oh, then I don't know
how they got over that on me, but I mean, I'll take it.
I don't know how they got over there. Then.
Well, you know, it's just more lumber for whenever we get that tracked.
Harry sent the tree harvester flying, did you? There you go, M9. There you go. I think we caught a stump. Well, the controls can get a little bit confusing. Oh, well, I'll blame the stump. That's what I'll blame. I think we should start working our way back over here and taking out that big pile of ponderosa pine. It's indeed. I got you covered. I got you covered. So we established that the release that is currently up there may or may not be the best. This is the exact version we have on the server. No problemo. We left this thing running.
Mr. Klein, I need to step away for the day. Thanks for a lot of fun. And to all you in chat, thanks for
All right.
watching and chatting. And make sure you hit that thumbs up.
Thanks for dropping by. We're gonna try not to crash with this John Deere thing. Oh, it's too big. Jeez, me Christmas. Thing can't cut anything. Can you cut this one? Oh, apparently you can cut that one. Thing is somewhat down. Well, you can't cut that either. Okay, that's one. Come on, it's dead tree. You gotta be able to cut dead tree. Yay! We did it. We're working our way over this hillside. Well, that's barely grabbed that one. Well, we didn't grab that one at all. Dead trees are useless for anything other than contracts. But, when I'm clearing, I'm not just going to clear for money. Money is too easy to come by in this game anyway. If I'm clearing, I'm going to be clearing everything that's there that's worth taking, and then... oh, of course, you're too big, aren't you? Alright, let's see. Let's see if we can cut these trees we planted. Oh, there we go. Almost. We almost lost it. Do I have a winch on the back of this? No. Let me guess, it's too big. Too big. No crash, because we're just that good. Oh, of course. Okay, can we cut down all these ponderosa pines with this thing, or is it too big? I don't think it's gonna work. I mean, the dead tree contracts, you're just taking a stroll. Stroll through the woods with a chainsaw. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? That's how useless that thing is. Okay. Get to a machine that actually can cut down trees. Carrie, you can actually strip with any harvester, because I can hit comma and I can rotate the head to a horizontal position, and now I can process down to trees. I can even rotate the head. Oh, hell, that'd be a good use for the Kubota. Yeah, so we can... Oops. There we go. Grab it. And we want to cut 6 meters still. So yeah. The Hannibal green is fine. It's that other shade of green that doesn't work so well. Oh, what did I drop it for? And then we tilt it back. Rotate it back around. To get the fully standing trees. And we can tilt it, release it, and chop it. Oh, and some semblance of proximity to, you know, another stack up. Hold on. There. Bring the tracks out a little bit. The Hannibal will cut, I think, even the redwoods. We can extend our grass field out this way. We planted the lower part of that hill. Well, we planted the whole hillside in grass, but we used the upper steep part of the hillside for those trees. Now we can come through here and plant the whole, extend the grass down. Well, we'll just have to cut it here. Those darn other trees are in the way. There we go. Well, I'm not sure. What's your question? Yeah, other than being kind of slow, the Hannibal, I think, is probably the best of the tree harvesters out there because of its flexibility. And versatility. Oh, we're hung up on a darn stump. If it's Lumberjack, welcome back. What's up, Lars? How you doing today, sir? We're gonna need to take this tree out before we can get the one that's on the ground, I think. There we go. I mean, who doesn't like just carrying a giant tree around? I always find it entertaining. Why yes, probably never. There is zero indication that they're going to release a new farm sim anytime soon. My guess would be the first opportunity we see another farm sim will probably be FS25. But that is all speculation. Actually, it's not sad at all. Quite frankly, the games are released every year. There is, I mean, do they really ever make any innovations? Your FIFA 22, 23, 24, 25. Is it ever really any different other than just the roster? Why 25? I think 25 is maybe more in line with maybe what they think the release structure might be for Farm Sim going forward, now that they are no longer under the purview of Focus Home Interactive. I really believe Focus Home Interactive was the reason that Giants was releasing a new game every other year. And when they went to self-publishing, they were able to dictate their own time frame, their own time schedule, and as such, they were able to implement more new features into the game as a result. So I don't think you're going to see a game every other year anymore. I think at the most you'll see a game every 2 years. If not going even a little further between development. Well, one thing, Adam, is what would you be willing to get rid of for dynamic ground? So, for example, a game like Cattle and Crops. A game like Cattle and Crops had dynamic ground, but it only had well, I'll call it dynamic fields. Only the fields were dynamic. The rest of the ground that wasn't a field was basically hard as concrete. And as a result, impervious to weather, right? The field would be muddy, but that was it. You would leave ruts in a field, but that was it. But what that also most likely meant is you would not have the ability to create fields. You would not possibly have the ability to landscape. Maybe you wouldn't have the ability to paint ground textures. Because for the ground to be dynamic, it probably has to be defined. And defining a entire map of keeping track of a 2-kilometer square grid of ground state may be a bit too much for even PCs to keep up with. So I think the things that make Farm Sim unique and stand out above the rest is the dynamic nature of the environment. And as a result, would you be willing to give up that uniqueness to basically have that dynamic capability? What do you mean by the live? What's live service route? Or you mean like a subscription base? Well, we don't know, Adam, what's happening next year. I think there is confirmation that there's going to be a year 2 season pass. Will the end of this year 2 season pass incorporate a big update like Platinum? We don't know. We won't know until they announce it. I think they've demonstrated that there is a commitment to continue to bring content to the game with the free content updates that we've seen so far. Stuck on something. So, yeah. I mean, when asked if there was going to be a year 2 season pass, Giants basically said, well, we didn't name it a year 1 season pass for, you know, we did name it a year 1 season pass for a reason. Right? You wouldn't name a year 1 pass if you weren't going to have a year 2. From a business perspective, DLCs are great because it keeps money coming in, as opposed to having to rely on, you know, the big game release as your primary sole source of operating revenue for potentially years to come. Giants, after all, is a business. Uh-oh. Back to 6. I wish you could hit something to, like, lock it into 6 meters. They probably aren't going to do that, Adam, until they officially cease supporting the old platforms. I think we've seen here or there maps that reluctantly get released that are not released on a particular old console. I think we've seen some maps that were pulled from from PS4 support. But I think overall their goal is that, you know, everything be released for all consoles. But at some point, likely with the next release of Farm Sim, PS4, Xbox One support will vanish because those platforms will probably be, gosh, I don't know, 10 years old at that point? Potentially. We're binding up against the tree. We'll bring it this way. There we go. Well, Andrew, let me tell you, I found a Series X for my daughter back in June of last year by going through their lease route. So Xbox has basically a leasing option where you pay something like $30 a month for 2 years, and you're basically getting the Series X and the Xbox Live 2-year subscription to Xbox Live for $30 a month. At the end of the 2 years, you own it outright. And when you do the math, you're basically getting it for a street price, like 0% interest. I think this will be the last tree we cut. Then we'll... load them up and ship them out. Roo, what is up, sir? What is up? We're just hanging out. Oh. Some more trees we need to cut down here. Well, I mean, one of the deals with the new platforms, I think, is internet is kind of assumed. There was a comment left on a video, one of my videos earlier today, around needing internet access. The person's son had bought them the Platinum expansion, but it seemed like they could only play the Platinum expansion when they had internet. And I thought I heard or read something where maybe the console, like, needs to validate that you own it by having internet access. I think I've definitely had read somewhere, like, if your internet's down, you can't use mods or something. But I told him I really didn't know, because I don't use consoles. Andrew, yeah, that's where I planted a bunch of trees quite a while ago. And then all those trees up on the hillside there, that's where we planted a bunch of trees the other week also. Are you gonna shift? There you go. It's like, when are you gonna shift to the back? Let's get turned around. Yeah, you can do that on Steam, but you know, consoles are their own beast. Uh-oh, bad things are happening here. Welcome to Farm Sim Physics, where if you get too jackknifed, you just jackknife left and right. Yay! We got unjackknifed. I never played FS11. FS17 was my first adventure into Farm Sim. What a beautifully loaded trailer. Never have we seen such a wonderfully loaded trailer. Come on, Volvo, let's get the gears. Let's get the grip. Andrew, I have absolutely no idea when someone's gonna figure out how to do an auto load log trailer that doesn't involve scripts. Right? See, the issue is scripts. Scripts are always the issue with consoles. And the auto-fill trailers, I call them auto-fill trailers. The auto-fill trailers that are on console basically use a base game function in order to do the filling. You're basically transferring the fill type from the palette to a visual representation of the palette on the trailer, but in the end, it's filling the trailer the same way you would fill a trailer full of seed from a big bag. It's just representing that you are putting a big bag on the trailer at the same time you're filling it. And the same with respect to unload. When you unload it, it is basically causing the game to spawn back the pallets that you build from previously. That's different, in my opinion, than the auto-load trailers that we have on PC that actually transfer the pallet or product from the ground to the trailer, and then from the trailer back to the ground. So, to auto-fill a log is something that really, I don't think you can do. Or at least no one's figured out how to auto-fill a log. Then have that same log represented on a trailer. And it's Sony and Microsoft that are the big limiters to scripts and consoles. More Sony than Microsoft, from what I understand. All right, so 30,000, 45,000, 107. I really need to put one more load on the sawmill. Oh, David, I would say we very much know how lucky we are, and are rather appreciative of those freedoms that PC playing comes with. Well, so if you're someone that likes to read books or listen to audiobooks, I encourage you to go check out a book called Console Wars. So Console Wars is a book I listened to several years ago, and it really opened my eyes as to kind of the mindset that console manufacturers have. And it's important to know that as far as the console manufacturers go, they let you play with their hardware, right? So they let you play on their console with games that they license for use on their console. So while you may have paid money, you've basically paid them money for the right to use their console. And Console Wars is all about the rise of Sega and the Sega versus Nintendo console wars of the 90s. And a really interesting mindset. So Nintendo was like Apple. Or Apple, I should say, is like Nintendo. Where Nintendo was a closed environment. Game developers had to purchase the console cartridges from Nintendo that their game would be put on. And basically everything had to go through Nintendo. And one of the things that really made Sega stand out with respect to developers was there was a more of an open platform. But in the end, it's all about how does your game, or how does the game that a developer makes, perform on their platform for the player. They don't want the player to have a bad gaming experience. Because if you have a bad gaming experience, you're more apt to blame the console or the platform than a game or a mod to the game. And we see that today. I've seen people say, well, blah, 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 Platinum expansion sucks because I get a bunch of errors, or this doesn't work, or that doesn't work anymore. I can't build a roller coaster because Platinum expansion is broken and all this other stuff. Well, it turns out that the reason it's broken is because of certain mods that they're using. So it's not the game that's broke, it's the mods that are broke. And so Sony doesn't want you to have a bad playing experience on their PS4, PS5, and then cause you to possibly go to Xbox. Microsoft doesn't want you to have a bad gaming experience and then possibly cause you to go to Sony, right? They are competitors. And neither of them wants you to have a bad gaming experience and go to Nintendo. Probably not going to anyway. But what you will do is you'll have a bad gaming experience and you'll jump ship entirely and come over to PC. That's lots of people have done that. And lots of people have said it was the best choice they ever made. But consoles have their place. Not everyone is savvy enough to build a computer or understand a computer or need a computer, and they just want to sit down, play a game, and have it work. That's where consoles' place is. To have something that just works all the time, anytime, and you don't really have to worry about it. You don't have to configure it. You don't have to say, oh, my graphics adapter is updated, and now I've got to rechange all my settings, right? It just works. But in order to own the platform, they need to own what runs on the platform, and scripts, well, terrify the bejesus out of them, because then they have no ownership of what's running on the platform, because the script can do anything. And a script can cause you to have a bad gaming experience. And that's not what they want. So 80, 90, 107. All right, there we go. We got enough product to run for a while. There we go. Oh, where? Over here? Kind of wish you could own this. Right? Too bad you can't own that. Yeah, I mean, like, for a lot, you know. Is there a reason why you can't use a keyboard and mouse on a PlayStation? Sony. Right? At the heart of it, it's running an AMD processor. It's running... It's a computer. It's a specially purpose made computer, but it's a computer. Well, that poor horse was living in a... was standing in a river for a while. I think we have enough wool for now. Or where is it? Oh, you got plenty of steel. Plenty of steel wool. I have no idea how we rescued it. Maybe it was a server restart. Maybe after enough time, the horse just spawned back to the shop because we got rid of the animal pasture. Oh, smoke we do. It is a one-horse town. Yeah, I looked at that, Nick. I looked at that a while ago. I think I may have even made a comment during the map tour about it. But I thought it was on the other land that was not viable. So maybe I was mistaken. There's a new bakery. There's a new baker in town. So yeah, I mean, like if you're into sim racing, your peripherals, your wheels, your pedals are all locked in because Sony or Microsoft have to have supporting drivers for those. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad I mentioned it then. Good evening, Klaus. How you doing? Where is it? There it is. Alright, let's head over here to the cat factory. Drop off wool. We're finally going to be able to make cat houses. I'm so excited. I think I've got enough fabric. I can sacrifice some wool for the cat house factory. Get our cat houses. Go! Activate cat house. Oh, metal does make good money. Let's restack these and see if we can make more room. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Don't know why we can't load those. They're well within range. Oh, well, we'll go sell this and be back. No big deal. No big deal. Our paper factory's still without wood, but that's all right. Tonight we're going to be on American Truck Simulator, doing our Sunday night convoy night, running the roads of Texas, trying to configure out or finish out the cruising Texas event, finding more sights to see, maybe taking some pictures at the new photo zones. $550,000. That's a good money there, Doug. That's some good money. All right, which is better money? Which is better money? Is it iron, because you have to put down the iron ore facility, but you don't have to pay anything for the iron, or you have to put down the iron furnace, but you don't have to pay anything for the iron? Or paper, you have to own land in order to basically do the paper mill, and you have to do forestry to do the paper mill. Very odd. It's just loaded by hand then. I wonder if it didn't load because there's people there. What if the people messed it up? Let's go over here and see. No, it doesn't like any of this. Oh well. They'll sell. You have to tell it, Doug. You have to tell it to pick up a half pallet. By default, it's configured to only pick up full pallets. So yeah, that's probably my issue. So if you look, if you're outside the vehicle, this is how it's easiest to look. If you're outside a vehicle and you're close to it, it says loading filter full only O. Any are full only, right? So if it's set to any, it would pick up anything. That was probably my issue. Because I did run those through the boatyard. Yeah, Universal Autoload has a lot of features. A lot of options. And it's continuing to be enhanced and developed. I had cleared a lot of this stuff up from our fast forwarding yesterday. So we don't have a whole lot of stuff built up. Yesterday we made some pretty good bank. Look, 1.5 million off of sold products. So with that, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and roll our ending credits. Like I said, we're going to be back here in 4 hours. Doing our Sunday night convoy night in Texas. Hopefully completing the Cruising Texas event. There is going to be mayhem that will ensue for 100% guaranteed. So you want to tune in for that multiplayer action. I go back to work tomorrow, so we'll see if we're going to be live streaming tomorrow night or not. It all depends on if, one, there is a map that pops out. If there is a map that pops out, we'll be focusing on that. And then it'll just be if I think I can do the map and a live stream or not. Just keep an eye on the channel for something to be posted up. If we are back here tonight or tomorrow night, we will probably be having hopefully a crew working up here, clearing out more of this hillside up at the old sawmill. We also need to have some crews working some other spots, clearing out trees and taking them to the paper mill and filling up our other sawmills. So until next time, happy farming.